2 of this now. Part 1 actually was pretty awesome. I don't know why, but I've gotten like 84 views in the last 3 days, which I know in the grand scheme of things, that's dick. 84 in 3 days. But for me, that's pretty solid. I usually get like 10 of all time. Never mind 3 days. So 84 was pretty good. Every time I was checking my app, there was always more views on it. And I was like, cool. So hopefully this one does just as well, if not better. Anyhow, to get into the video now, we're down to the last 3. If you saw the first part, you know, there's the chance to get older packs, and we didn't get any of those older packs. So hopefully one of these 3 have some. I just went back to Walgreens on Friday. Today's a Sunday, so... oh, wait, no, it's not Sunday. What am I talking about? Today's Saturday night. I don't know why I'm thinking it's Sunday. Today's Saturday night, so I was just there yesterday. And, I guess I'm confused because I went to bed at like 2. So technically that was Saturday morning, but to me it felt like Friday night, and now... I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. I went back and they were all sold out like I figured would be the case. So I couldn't try to get any more. So here's what I got. These last 3. So hopefully we at least get one old pack. That'll be cool. Let's get into it. We get that code right there. I think I'm able to start giving out these codes again. I was holding on to them, but because I had some obligations with TikTok, if you will. But I noticed I actually have a lot of codes, so I can actually give these out. Anyhow, this is the card that they give you, Pig Knight. It's kind of cool. I never see him. I always get to Pig. I never get the evolved forms. Tackle 30, Heat Crush 60. The more it eats, the more fuel it has to make the fire in its stomach stronger. This fills it with even more power. That's such a dumb story. Alright, let's see what kind of pack we got, and... what is this from? Dragon Majesty. What is this from? Like, what I mean is, usually this is part of like a base thing, like Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. 2018? That doesn't help. I guess that would be Sword and Shield. It's weird it doesn't say anything. Dragon Majesty. I don't even know if I ever got any cards from that series. That's unfamiliar sounding to me. Oh, let's see what's in here. Come on. This opens up very well. Got all of them? Yep. Alright, take that code out. Boink. Nothing super sexy. Anyhow, Magic Carp. Water Splash, 10 plus for the coin of heads. This attack does nothing. Why do they always make Magikarp so pathetic? Poor Magikarp. Phoebus is retarded too, but they make Phoebus decent. And its reckless leaps make it easy pickings for predators. On the bright side, many Pokemon enjoy longer lifespans, thanks to Magikarp. Why? Because, like, instead of predators going after those things, they're just going after the easier Magikarps? It's ironic, too, though, because Magikarp is retarded and sucks and weak, but then it turns into Gyarados. Like, probably one of the strongest things that... Jangomall! Just got a Jangomall in my last video, only that one was shiny. This is just regular. I think it's a different card as well, but I'm just saying. Rigidify. During your opponent's... Wait, maybe it is the same thing, because I was making fun of all the energies. 4 different types. It's a dragon type, fairy resistant, weakness, fighting, colorless, electricity. This is stupid. Anyhow, Rigidify. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. That's cool, but also pretty useless because it does nothing. So it's like a defense move. a defense move for what? Dragon Claw, 20. They live in mountains where no trace of humans can be detected. Jangomall grow little by little as they battle one another. Which means it's evolving casually? Totodile. Leer. Flip coin offense, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Huh, that's not what happens in the games. I feel like Leer would be a much cooler move if that was the case. Why'd that come out weird? If that was the case. In the games, what's Leer do? It's just like defense down or something. Which is why I never keep Leer. Your Pokemon wants to learn a new move. Want to replace it? Yep, bye Leer. Furious Swipe, 10 times. Flip the coins. Wow, flip 3 coins. This attack does 10 damage for each heads. So it can do nothing or it can do 30 max. Its powerful, well-developed jaws are capable of crushing anything. Even its trainer must be careful. Okay, you're going to talk about how it has powerful jaws, but its best move only does 30 max? Make the story make sense. Come on. Make it have some strong move like Vice Grip that does 100 or something, not a weak move. Oh, it's got powerful jaws though, let's not forget about that. Really? Collect, draw a card. Worthless. Pack 20. Weak. It consistently grooms its cotton-like wings. It takes a shower to clean itself if it becomes dirty. Okay, I'd hope so. Corsola. Bubble Shoot. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of water energy attached to this Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. So in theory, this can do a serious amount of damage if you have a lot of energies attached to them, though. Pursued by Marine Leaf for the branches on its head, this Pokemon will sometimes snap its own branches off as a diversion while it escapes. Well, you are supposed to be a coral, and corals are like starfish. They can regrow, right? I mean, it's just a plant, so... Alright, now, ooh. Isn't this supposed to be an evolved form, but it's just basic? I don't know. This is a cool one, though. It should be rare. It's only uncommon. That's very disappointing. But this is our holo that comes before the rare. A Dradagon. Cave Pokemon? That doesn't even make sense. You're describing where it lives, not what it is. That would be like if there was a human Pokemon and they called it House Dweller. Like... Rough Skin. Another one with all the dumb energies. I'm not trying to switch off, but come on. Fire, Water, Colorless, Dragon, and Fairy. Well, why can't they just be Dragon? The Fairy, I'm not making fun of because it needs some kind of resistance or weakness. But why are these so different? Anyways, Rough Skin. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if the Pokemon is knocked out, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Dragon Claw on it. It warms its body by absorbing sunlight with its wings. When its body temperature falls, it can no longer move. Okay. Alright, time for the rare. What'd we get? 3, 2, 1? Huh. That's funny. I was just talking about Gyarados. And we got one. Gyarados, 160. Commotion. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put 2 damage counters on each of your bench... Wait, what? Put 2 damage counters on each of your... Oh, wait, what? Of your bench Pokemon? If your... Wait, what? Hold on, that sounds terrible. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put 2 damage counters on each of your benched Pokemon? What? That's a terrible ability. Maybe if it was 2 on your opponents, then yeah, that'd be great. But on yours? That's terrible. Anyhow. Wild Tail, 160. You may discard any stadium card in play. It goes from this crap to this, though. High damage and you can get rid of a stadium. What? There are people who swear that any place Gyarados appears is fated for destruction. Yeah, it makes sense. It's pretty much a rampage thing. I mean, it's called Atrocious. What's Magikarp called? Retard fish? Nope, just fish. And it turns into an Atrocious, whatever that means. Why can't they just call it like Water Dragon or something? What the heck is Atrocious? That's funny though. I was talking about Gyarados and then we get one. Fire Energy. Seadra. Hydro Pump. 10 plus. This attack does 20 more damage times the amount of water energy attached to this Pokemon. Huh, that's funny. Same as the other one. Only the other one had nothing. This is 10 plus. So it does it can do 10 more damage than Corsola can, basically. Oh, it has the same amount of HP, too. That's weird. They both had 90. Huh. That's weird, because Gyarados and the other guys' abilities were almost similar, too. Only Gyarados sucks. It makes you hurt your own team. It is capable of swimming backwards by rapidly flapping its wind-like pectoral fins and stout tail. I feel like I've read that story multiple times before, but I don't think I have this Seadra yet. Whoops, that's not rare. Wrong side. Switch Raft. Switch your active water Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 damage from the Pokemon you moved to your bench. Okay. And last thing. Ooh, Dragonair. Oh my word, another one. Dragon. Oh, let me have every single kind of energy to do my move. Dragon Tail, 60 times. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 60 damage for each head, so up to 120. That's not bad. Waterfall, 80, but it's a guaranteed 80. Dragon Tail can be 0. From time immemorial, it has been venerated by agricultural peoples as an entity able to control the weather. Well, if that's what Dragonair can do, what about Dragonite? It's going to be even more regarded. Alright, so that was pack number 1. Not bad. Not as old as I would like. I get the vibe it is a little older. Not as old as I would like, but still decent. The Dragon Pokemon, that was pretty cool. I mean, that's the whole thing. Dragon Majesty. So, let's see what this boy's got. I kind of want to get more dragons. Like, I feel like that's what I will be getting more of. Like, oh, sweet, that was cool, but it's not going to be the case. I don't know what's in here. All right. Oh, jeez. Come on. Here we go. All right. Second one. This is the card they gave you. Shiny Luxio. Ability, top entry. Once during your turn, if you drew this Pokemon from your deck at the beginning of your turn and your bench isn't full before you put it into your hand, you may put it onto your bench. Okay, I don't want that. I'll put it on my bench. Zap Kick, 30. Strong electricity courses through the tips of its sharp claws. A light scratch causes fainting in foes. Just fainting? I thought it'd be like electrical shock. Just fainting? Seems like you're getting the lucky way out. All right, let's see what this one is. And Shining Legends. That's not that old either. That's definitely recent, right? 2017? Yeah, that would be Sword and Shield too. That's one of the newer ones. Oh, not newer. One of the first Sword and Shield boosters, but not that old. I'm looking for platinum and stuff. Okay, here's the code. Boop, hide it over here. See anything juicy on the side? Nope. Oh well. Ivysaur, 100 HP. That's not bad. Razor Leaf, 30. Toxic Whip, 50. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. That's not bad either. Ivysaur's pretty solid. They probably make Venusaur suck though. There was a plant bulb on its back. Really? When it absorbs nutrients, the bulb is said to blossom into a large flower. Yep, called a Venusaur. The whole thing evolves. Duh. Torkoal, high pressure heat. During your next turn, actually I was just wondering, seed? They call Ivysaur a seed Pokemon? It's much more than a seed. Seeds aren't 3'3" and 29 pounds. What the heck? Anyhow, high pressure heat. During your next turn, this Pokemon's high pressure heat does 50 more damage before applying weakness and resistance. So what's that mean? It does 30 this round and then does 80 next round? It's kind of weird, but okay. Flamethrower. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. 90. Coal is the source of Torkoal's, I'd hope so, energy. Large amounts of coal can be found in the mountains where they live. I'd hope so. It's only in the name. Torkoal. Larvesta. Flare, 30. Said to have been born from the sun, it spews fire from its horns and encases itself in a cocoon of fire when it evolves. Which, if you're playing the game, takes forever. What do they evolve at? Level 60 or something? I was just playing Omega Ruby, and I was trying to evolve one. Just for collection. I didn't even want it as part of my team. I just wanted to add it to the Pokedex and all that. And I think it's something dumb like level 60 you gotta get to. Took forever, just for an evolution. Manin! Collect. Draw a card. Dumb. Spark, 20. This attack does 20 damage for one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. What does that mean? This 20 only goes to the bench one, or is it saying it does 20 to your opponent and then 20 to the bench? Because if that's the case, that's not bad. That's 40 total. But if it's just that, then ugh. Only the benched? Ugh. Exposure to electricity from Minin and Pluso promotes blood circulation and relaxes muscles. Okay, so Pluso and Minin are therapeutic. Breloom. Hibernation Spore. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Your opponent flips 2 coins instead of 1 between turns. If either of them is tails, the Pokemon is still asleep. That's kind of solid. I mean, that's a lot of work to try to get on asleep. You're gonna get 2 heads. Magnum Punch, 80. Its short arm stretch when it throws punches. Its technique is equal to that of pro boxers. Okay, then why is it a grass type? It should be like a fighting type. Or didn't they have hybrid? Make it a grass fighting hybrid. All right, so it looks like this is our holo that we get. It's just an uncommon again. It's kind of disappointing. Floatzel, Razorfin, 20. Aquabomb, 120. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. Okay, so it's a decent hit, but then you're doing 30 to yourself? Ugh, that's kind of risky. It floats using its well-developed flotation sac. It assists in the rescues of drowning people. Okay. All right, time for our rare. What did we get? 3, 2, 1, boom. Ooh, another water type, but it's kind of cool, just like Gyarados was. Keldeo. Bailout. Put a water Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. I guess that's okay. Resolute Blade, 20 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Ooh, so if they got a full bench, that's what, 6? So that's 140 total that this is gonna do. That's kind of solid. And this is a cult Pokemon, so this is a horse? Yeah, I guess. It's just a goofy looking horse. Anyhow, it crosses the world, running over the surfaces of oceans and rivers. It appears at scenic waterfronts. I think I got a Caldeo themed deck before. Not like one of those generic themed decks. It's one that they customized to be like an awesome deck if you were to use it in battles or whatever. And I think my Caldeo was like, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. How do you say his name? Caldeo? I don't know. But anyways, I think it was like a promo or something. So this rare is kind of like a demotion of rarity status. Anyways, nice steel energy. Ooh, Electrode. Swift, 60. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on your Pokemon's active Pokemon. This Electrode is only uncommon. In the base set, back in the 90s when the cards first came out, he was rare. Poor Electrode getting demoted in rarity status. It explodes in response to even minor stimuli. It is feared with the nickname of the Bomb Ball. Yeah, I thought Voltorb was that too, because he looks like a Pokeball and people go to pick him up and then bzzz, oh! What the? Are you kidding me? Really? Same pack? You're gonna give me a hollow one as my hollow card and then like, here's a regular one too for comparison. Ugh. And then Scrafty. Dangerous Head. Ooh, that's a risky prostitute. If your opponent's active Pokemon has a basic Pokemon, this pack attack does 50 more damage. Hammer in, 90. It pulls up its shed skin to protect itself while it kicks. The bigger the crest, the more respected it is. The bigger the mohawk, you mean? Alright, last deck. I'm feeling like this isn't gonna be sexy like I want it to be. It's just gonna be another kind of current themed thing. Ugh. I didn't know that getting one of these was so rare, but apparently it is. If I had enough money, I would have bought all of those, but I would have still got dicked over the whole time. Anyways, taking the code out. Ooh. Oh, nice. At least we got this. This is a rare. That's a good one. Lycanroc. Dangerous Claws, 30 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, this attack is 30 more damage. What the heck? Dangerous Head said the same thing, only it did 50. 70? And this does 60 total. Yeah. Dangerous Head was actually better. It did 70 total. This one only does 60. They both have 110 HP too. That's weird. Corner, 90. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. The more intimidating the opponent it faces, the more this Pokemon's blood boils. It will attack with no regard for its own safety. Oh, so you're just kind of psychotic. That's cool. Whoops. Just realized I was holding this card way too close to the camera. That's because I was petting my cat, so I was kind of distracted. Anyhow, that's what we got. And Sword and Shield. Come on. I want old stuff. Dang it. That's the whole reason why I bought these packs. Man, that's disappointing. I mean, I guess technically you can't say I got ripped off, but I feel like I got ripped off. They put it on the package that I could get some old stuff and didn't. Ugh. Got all of them, empty pack. Take out the code. All right. You got a Woobat! Unamplified sound wave. This attack does 30 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon. To each of, I mean. Don't apply weakness resistance for bench Pokemon. If you have any cards in hand, this attack does nothing. What? That's weird qualifications. While inside a cave, if you look up and see lots of heart-shaped marks lining the wall, it's evidence that Woobat lived there. Okay. Oh, by the way, we didn't spy. Yes! There's a sexy card in here. Okay, this was a good pack. We got that rare as the card that they put in the insert, and there's something sexy in the middle. Nice. Still not an old pack, but I'll take this. Arracuda. Ooh, Arracuda. Flock. Search your deck for up to 2 Arracuda and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. By the way, I'm not retarded. I know it's not Arracuda, it's Barracuda. I'm making a joke because it's supposed to be a Barracuda, even though they call it a rush Pokemon. Pack 20. If it sees any movement around it, this Pokemon charges for it straight away, leading with its sharply jointed jaw. It's very proud of that jaw. I can tell. Look at that smile. See that? Oh, look at the fall scene. And it's October, so it is fall also in real life. Aw. Ram 10. It's not a very good ram if it's only doing 10. If it remains still, it looks like just a real nut. It delights in surprising foraging Pokemon. Okay, cool story, bro. Fanfi. Long-nosed elephant. Why can't I... Wow, why did I say elephant? Long-nosed Pokemon. That's because I was thinking ahead. Why can't you just call it an elephant? That's what he is. So stupid. Stampede 10. Strike back 30 times. This attack does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Wait, what? This attack does 30 damage for each damage counter? So you could have a... Wait, hold on. Damage counter, that's the actual piece, right? And those, they have varying amounts of damage that they stand for, right? I was thinking if you did how much damage, health he's missing, that's up to 60. Fanfi would still be alive with 10, which means that can do 180 damage, but I might be thinking of this wrong. If not, then wow, 180 damage, that's pretty solid. I mean, you're almost dead, but most likely you're killing your opponent first. It is strong despite its compact size. It can easily pick up and carry an adult human on its back. 1'8", 73.9 pounds. I don't know. Doesn't sound very feasible to be that strong. You're kind of short and fat. Shove it, hunt. Put 1 damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. What a dumb move, but okay. There's a proverb that says, shun the house where the shepherd gather in the growing dusk. Ooh. I don't know about ooh. First I saw it was a rare, and this is my holo. So I was like, cool, a rare holo, I'll take it. But then it's just Leon. Like, I don't care about supporter things, but whatever, I guess. During this turn, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Okay, that's decent. 30 more. So now that 180 is doing 210. You may play 1 supporter card during your turn. All right, time for the sexy one. Let's see what it is. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and Shkutta. Whoops. Wow, screwed that up. Shkutta. Ooh. Okay, this is kind of goofy. It's not as exciting as I usually feel. It's just a big zoom in of a sword. It's like this. Here's your sword. Still cool though, I'll take it. Edge slash V. Slash 50, Sonic Edge 130. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, not sure what that means. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your... Like if they have resistance to you or something? I don't know what that means. Whatever. Still sexy. Look at that. Ooh. We already know about the fire energy. Ruined the surprise there. Kakuna. Shed skin. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Bug bite 20. While awaiting evolution, it hides from predators under leaves and in nooks of branches. Like that? Loudred. Round 20 times. This attack does 20 damage for each of your Pokemon in play that has the round attack. Oh, yeah, this is one of those specific ones. So for me, it'd be 20 damage because I don't have any other characters that had round in this whole collection so far. Hyper Voice, 50. The shockwave of someone's cries can tip over trucks. It slams its feet to power up. Okay, or it can just serve as a speaker system like it does in Detective Pikachu. Okay, last card, we got Windun Stadium. Whenever either player plays a Pokemon V Max from their hand to evolve a Pokemon V during their turn, heal 100 damage from that Pokemon. Wow, that's not bad. So if you had this guy and he had 110 damage on him, and then you had an Aegis slash V Max, boom, now he's like full health. Well, he wouldn't be full health because he'd probably have like 300 HP, but he would be at 200 instead of 110. So it's basically like he'd be at 210. So, you know, he'd be back to his original health. But then you'd have your Gyarados come along and be like, that's what I think of that. Anyhow, that was part 2 of the Walgreens haul. I got some decent cards. The Gyarados is cool. The Keldeo is cool. Grudgeon's pretty cool, even though he's not rare. Aegis Slash, I'll take that. Lycanroc was pretty cool. Leon's stupid. I don't care about trainers, but what he offers is pretty decent. And yeah, that's about all. So thanks for checking this out. I hope this does as well as the first video. And as you should already know, until next time, I said see ya.